Bradleys are the South West's leading independent estate agents, with 33 offices covering Cornwall, Devon and Somerset.
Daveys Cottage is in East Budleigh between Exmouth and Sidmouth and with an easy reach of Exeter city centre. Although named a cottage, it's actually a Devon longhouse thanks to the existence of the former cattle barn, which is crying out to be renovated. The house dates back to 17th century, probably earlier, and is one of the oldest in the village and is therefore Grade 2 listed. There are 2 pubs in the village, and as Sir Walter Raleigh was born here, one is named after him and is a great place to eat out. The community shop is so good that the current owner hardly ever shops anywhere else, and as you are close to the coast path here, you have no end of coastal walks. So the house was purchased from the Clinton Devon Estates, a family that goes back generations and still owns a lot of land in the area, and the Roll Arms pub on the corner bears the family crest. As you would expect from a house of this age, there is so much character, and the current owner has put in a lot of work to expose features like the elm beams, which were once covered in black tar. The inglenook fireplace was also boxed in, and now you can have a large open fire. Before you get through to the sitting room, you also have a generous study which overlooks the garden, and there's a downstairs toilet and a handy utility room. The winding staircase in here is listed and took months to sand back the black paint. Before we go through to the dining room and kitchen, we'll head upstairs and have a look at the bedrooms. So this is probably one of the current owner's favourite parts of the old house. You have about 400 years worth of different wood around the entrance to this landing. There is a bedroom at the top of the stairs that overlooks the garden, and there you have fitted wardrobes. And the carpenters had a little bit of fun in there with the junction box, making it into a pretend mouse house. There are a couple of steps up to the next bedroom. In there again you have more exposed beams and built-in wardrobes, and they've been cleverly hinged to maximise space. The bathroom has a drencher shower over the bath. It's really warm thanks to that big radiator, and I like the way that they've tied in the old and new beams. The leaded window on the landing is the oldest in the house. It lets lots of light into the landing and allows you to overlook the garden. And before you go through to the master bedroom, you'll see that yet more of that beautiful elm has been exposed around the door. The oak flooring continues through to here. You have these lovely wide planks, and I like the fact that you can wake up in bed and overlook the garden. And if you were to renovate the barn, there is an area that sits just above the utility room which would make an ideal ensuite for this bedroom. And we'll head back downstairs now and have a look at the kitchen dining room and then out to the garden. So I've just walked through the dining room, which is between the sitting room and the kitchen, and both the dining room and this lean-to kitchen would have been a later addition to the Devon longhouse, though still old enough to have lots of lovely features. In the kitchen here you have 2 windows overlooking the garden with the range master cleverly positioned in between, so you can cook your lunch and go straight out to the table in the garden. Because the house has been rewired and a new boiler fitted, it's been future-proofed, ready for barn renovations. So you could have a bigger family home or potentially a holiday let subject to the relevant permissions and still gain yourself an ensuite for the master bedroom. On the end of the barn you'll have a handy workshop, though that could be incorporated into the plans. The garden is walled, so it's really sheltered and it's all on one level. Then you have the garage, which has 2.5 bays, but because there's so much parking in the driveway, that could become more storage or perhaps another project. As well as the coastal walks, you have woodland walks on Woodbury Common, Woodbury Park with 18-hole golf course, driving range, fitness club and fine dining. And you can't beat a walk on the River Otter, either up to Otter Mill, which is a great place to go for lunch, or down to Bradleys Salterton Beach for a picnic.
If you are thinking of selling a property and want to find out how to reach more of the right people across the globe whilst only bringing qualified buyers through your door, then please visit our website and navigate to our presenter-led property video page to see the future of property marketing in action today.